So if I'm doing everything right, so to speak, I'm focused on my object of desire, I'm living in the vortex, and it's a long, long time coming. Is that always due to resistance somewhere?
Yes. So when you said, if I'm doing everything right, and we don't really like those terms because you never really get it wrong. Right. But even in the context of getting it right, if you were really releasing resistance, it wouldn't take a long, long time. The fact that it's taking a long, long time means that you've got scattered thought. Most people, I want it, but won't it be nice when it comes, but. Most people argue for their limitations, and most people are explaining incessantly where they are. I wish it would come. I miss it. I want it to come. What am I doing wrong? It's attention to that lackful part of it that is the only thing that slows it down. It's the only thing that slows it down.
So then you wouldn't be doing everything right if it was slow in coming.
That's right. In other words, we said we don't like the words doing it right, but it's not in that context. You're not doing. If it's taking a long time, you're still focusing pretty substantially on resistance. But the faster way to release resistance is to stop saying I'm doing it wrong. Nothing sets resistance up faster than to say, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? Stop taking score. And what we've noticed is that what's bogging it all down, you said the very important words. You said, it's taking a very long time. It's taking a long time. And we want to say, what is? And you say, the manifestation is. And we're saying, therein lies your problem. Because the emotional shift doesn't take a very long time. The getting into the vortex doesn't take a very long time. You're fixated on manifestation that isn't coming, and and using that as your excuse to feel bad, and that's what's slowing it down. We've been saying to people for a long time, take money out of the equation and more will come. And now we're going even further. Take manifestation out of the equation. Stop taking score. Easy for us to say. We're a nebulous mist, but we want you to understand that when you stop caring about manifestation and you start, because you care more about alignment, you care more about emotion, you care more about the vortex alignment, you care more about being a cooperative component. And you see, we know you can make this shift easily because we know this. We know that everything you want materially, whether it's a relationship, manifestationally, everything you want manifestationally, you want it because you think you'll feel better in the having of it, whether it's a pile of money, a better job, more fulfilling work, better relationship. Every single thing you want is because you think you will feel better in having it. And if we can somehow convince you to just go for the feeling better before it manifests, then it's our promise to you, the manifestation must follow. There's no ending. Even when you spend a lot of time in the vortex, you keep expanding even within the vortex. You're not ever going to stop clarifying and defining and reaching for more. And if we can convince you that it's the moving in the direction of the more that you have already vibrationally become that is the satisfaction of life that you're reaching for, that it's that hooking up with it. When we visit with you like this, and someone brilliant like you who has really been after this lights up and comes to the chair and articulates the perfect question and formulates with the question an even more finely tuned, sophisticated, better received solution, the exhilaration we feel from this life-giving experience is unmeasurable. And that's what we want you to begin to get hooked on. We want you to be so happy that you've got a question that creates a solution, that even when the solution isn't throbbing in you like it's throbbing within us, the exhilaration that we felt as we moved into it. You see, you created it. You created an expansion of this topic with that which you are, and we went right there and loved every juicy minute of it, you see. And now we just stand there, being it and radiating it, knowing that you'll find your way there too. And that you'll feel the exhilaration of it in the way that we did and more, because it was your creation that created the momentum. And when you let yourself go with it, that's what you're reaching for. Manifestations. Soon we'll be having demanifestation seminars. Really, we will. Abraham, I have 14 cars and 17 horses and 27 jet skis and 8 kitchens, and I don't have time for all of it. The manifestation is really lovely to a point because it represents your creative prowess. But your creative prowess is really about the exhilaration you feel and the light in your eye and the skip in your step and the song in your heart. That's really what you're reaching for. And as you let that be top priority, we saw it click into place for you when we said, and that never takes a really long time. That's just you're right there. In fact, most everybody's right there, aren't you? You're right there. You're right there. You feel great. Manifestations be damned, yes?
Yes.
Not really. They're coming. Manifestations are coming. But they are not the main event. And when you think about it, what did we just say is the predominant thing that causes the majority of people from being more often in their vortex? What is it? Their attention to what is. Their attention to manifestations. You're all balled up in manifestations, you see. It's like you think you forget that you are beings. Human beings. Human beers. Human feelers. Human beers. And all that other stuff just sort of represents how you be. But how you feel is where it's at. Helpful.
Yes, thank you.